Alright guys, as you can probably tell, I'm up a tree right now. I'm not too high. I'm only about, my head, eye level is probably about 8-10 feet off the ground. I only climbed up one step, but we're gonna do a little bit different of a video today. I'm about to climb down, put everything back where it's supposed to go, and I want to show you an extremely detailed look at every piece of my gear and my whole entire process for setting up. I don't know how long the video is going to go. I just want to show you guys literally every single thing that I do, from pretty much from getting out of my truck to getting up the tree and getting everything all set up to getting back to the ground, and everything. I want to show you guys everything, every piece of gear, all of it. Before I get into this, there's like 17 million different ways to set up your saddle. There's so many different mods you can do. There's so many different climbing systems you can use. Don't think this is the only thing. If you're trying to get into saddle hunting, don't think this is the only thing that you can do. Like, just join Saddle Hunter Facebook group. Join that group, and you'll be blown away by how much information's out there and how many different things you can do to saddle hunt. It's so versatile. I highly recommend it for anybody, but either way, we're about to get into my whole everything, and I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, so I have everything I need is laid out right here. Honestly, it kind of looks like a lot, especially when I get into it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not. But I'm gonna put the camera on the tripod real quick and go through literally everything real quick. Alright guys, I'm gonna start with what's in my pack. So first off, this is a Badlands, I think it's the Pursuit. It's super compact. It's got these big pockets on the side. It's got 2 main pockets, and it's got a lot of straps and stuff for whatever you need it for. You can put a hydration pack in here. I don't have one, but I'm thinking about it. So we're just gonna start off on the side that I would start off on when I'm getting up a tree. I think this is it. Alright, so in this pack, in this side pouch right here, I only have 2 things. One is a 4-step aider. Sorry about a little bit of wind noise if y'all can hear it. I don't know if you can. It's pretty windy out today. Luckily it's not super hot, so that's good. But 4-step aider, I mean, I think this one cost me like 20 bucks on Amazon. Nothing special. I just got a carabiner that's pretty lightweight. It's rated for climbing, so that's good. And then this is what I only get to this when I get up the tree, but this is it's a gear hanger. It's just like a strap with these hooks. You can see one of them is broken, but just a buckle strap with some hooks on it. That thing's really nice. I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon. I don't remember exactly what brand or anything, but this front pouch, the very front pouch right here, my dogs must be after a lizard or something. I don't know. But this front pouch, that's where I keep my camera, and that's pretty much it for now. Maybe I'll throw some snacks in there, a bottle of water, something like that. And then moving on to this side pocket. Now one thing to think about, when I get up to hunting height, imagine the trees right here, my pack's gonna be hanging like this, right? So I want this pouch facing towards me, and I'll show you why. So in there, I've got my Wild Edge Oplux. It's the Keep It Simple system, or Keep It Simple Stupid line system, KISS. Super nice ropes. You can tell how small it is. That's 8.5 feet of rope plus a carabiner, a prusik knot, and a prusik tender. I mean, it's super compact, super lightweight, super, like, the opposite of bulky. I don't really know. But I usually take this out once I get up to the tree, once I get up to hunting height, and then swap out from the tether to the bridge. And then the reason why I want this facing me is because I use this pouch as kind of a dump pouch. I can throw my phone in there, I can put my release, my rangefinder, snack, whatever, bottle of water. But I got my release and my rangefinder in this pouch, and I usually just keep those in there. Usually I have my release more handy, but I'll keep my rangefinder in there. And what I do when I get up to hunting height, get everything set up, get an arrow nocked, everything, the last thing I do before I really settle down is I just start ranging stuff. I'll range trees, I'll range trails, I'll range everything. And basically I want like about 5 or 6 things. I'll get like 3 or 4 different things depending on the tree, obviously. But I'll get a few things on my strong side, my left side, right where I hope the deer are gonna come through. I'll range a bunch right there, most of the stuff right there, and just get a really good feel of how far away stuff is. And then I'll get like my second best shot, which is probably straight behind me, a little bit farther than that. And I'll also range on my weak side. I don't know if I can even shoot on my weak side, but which is like my right side, being a righty. I don't know if I'll ever be able to shoot there, but I mean, I range it anyway, just in case. And then moving on, in our back pouch, it's a lot bigger, obviously. I have my camera arm. That's all I've got in there right now. Hold on just a second, I gotta see what my dogs are up to. Well, my dogs are after a toad, but that's besides the point. But I got my camera arm in the big pouch. I'm gonna pull it up. This is the camera arm base. I usually put my stuff in here where this is the easiest thing to get out. This is the first thing that goes on the tree. And I'll actually set it up real quick. By the way, this is the Out on a Limb Reach. It's super lightweight. It's a 3-piece camera arm. It's super stable. You just saw me shoot that deer target from it. I like it a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set this up real quick. Okay. I gotta remember that this is about the biggest tree I can set this camera arm on. And there you go. And it's got this ball adjustment right here where you can move the camera arm, make it set up any way you want. I like to make sure it's as level as I can get it, and then just lock it in. That's my camera arm, Out on a Limb Reach, super nice. I have 5 wild edge steps in this just regular 5-step bag. This whole setup right here weighs 5 pounds, and this plus my aider, my 4-step aider, I can get to like 30 feet. I can get to at least 25 feet. And I'll kind of show you how I like to set these steps up when I get to the rest of the video. But I really like these things. They're super simple to put on a tree. It's a little bit more than steps probably. To me it seems more simple, but for other people they like steps better. And I understand that. Like I say, there's a 10 million different ways to saddle hunt. Got my Vortex binos, and they're Crossfire HD 10x42s. And I got them in just a regular Vortex pouch. I love these binos. I just want to get a different pouch. And real quick, the two biggest things that I want to change about my setup is this bino pouch. It's too wide for these binoculars. It's too wide for me. You can see how it may not look that big to you guys, but it's pretty big on my chest. I'm a smaller guy, so it's pretty big for me. And then when I get in my saddle, the bridge kind of messes with it, gets caught on it a little bit. So I just want to get a narrower bino harness. I've also thought about just getting the harness shaped straps that hold it like a harness, but it's just straps. I've thought about that. I will be using this some this year. This is just a head mount with my GoPro on it. Last but not least is my tethered Mantis saddle. Nothing crazy special. It's fairly cheap. You can get these used for like 100. I think the cheapest I've seen is like 120 bucks used. But they're pretty awesome saddles, especially for a beginner. And I'm still a beginner. I'd love to have a better saddle, but that's just not in the cards right now. But this thing does the job for sure. It's pretty comfortable. It's more comfortable than most climbers. There's a few that are definitely more comfortable, but this I really like it, as you guys probably know. But I've got it, I'll show you kind of the way I have it set up. I haven't done anything crazy like a adjustable bridge or cut off anything or added anything. The only thing I have is, this is my pull-up rope, and it's just tied into the molly on the back side of the saddle. And all it is I think it's about 30 feet of 550 cord and a 12 KN rated carabiner. I bought a 2-pack of these for like 12 bucks on Amazon. Most of my stuff that's not like straight from a saddle hunting company is from Amazon. Pretty much everything that isn't like a saddle or ropes or camera arm. I have another KISS saddle rope thing, Oplux deal. Just the same exact setup. Prusik tender, super lightweight screw lock carabiner. I like those ropes. I bought one just to see if I'd like it, and within a few days I bought a second one, if that tells you anything. That's one of the few things I would say you really need to invest in if you can. You can certainly get by. I hunted all last year with like the basic hunter safety system, like $20 set of ropes, but these ropes are pretty awesome. These Oplux, anything that's a little bit better and a little bit thinner and a little bit stronger than your basic hunter safety stuff, I'd say it's worth it. This stuff, it's a Kevlar sheath, it's legit climbing rope, 8mm. It's no stretch, it's 100% static. It's very difficult to cut this with a knife, which means is when you're rubbing it on a tree, it'll never wear out. It's supposed to never wear out. It's fire retardant, which is good, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Now I'm going to show you guys literally the process I go through. I got to put everything back in my bag, but I'm going to go through the process from literally just having everything on the ground and putting every piece on there. I have a process for what order I put stuff on, and I have a process for what order I do stuff to the tree. I've got a process for everything for multiple reasons. Number one, when you do the same thing over and over again, it helps you get faster. When you know what you're doing and you're really good at it, you can get faster, quieter, and it's definitely safer. If you're doing stuff that you've never done before, that is not safe at all. So just throwing that out there. And it's gonna be louder and take longer. You never want that. But I'm gonna literally just put everything on, show you exactly how. One last thing before we do that, I wanted to show you, like, talking about the process. My process starts from what order I put things in my backpack, so I figured I'd show you that. Over here, this pouch that I started with, this is my 5-step aider, or 4-step aider. I don't know why I keep calling it a 5-step aider. This is my 4-step aider, and I always put my gear hanger below this. They're in the same pouch because it's like easy to get to or whatever, but I have to take my aider out first, so I don't want to get it all tangled up in the hooks and everything. So I put that in first, pull it out when I get to the tree, whatever. And then in my big pouch where my camera arm is, that way you can see, but my camera arm base, the part that mounts to the tree, that goes in after my actual camera arm, because I got to take that tree base out and I don't want to get it tangled up in the arm. So I take it out, put it on the tree, and then camera on, finish it off. Like I've mentioned, my camera goes in here. It just goes in there. There's nothing else goes in there. No real pattern to that. And continuing with the trend, in this pouch, I have my tether, and then below it, I have my release and my rangefinder. Just because that's the pattern, whatever I pull out first goes in last. That's basically how I set up my backpack. Good thing to note, it's one of those minor things that you wouldn't really think about until you've done it a few times. You'd come up to it on your own, but I feel like I should share it. Alright, so when I get to my truck, I pull out my saddle. That's the first thing I always put on. Super simple. Put it around, clip your waist belt in, put your leg straps on, and there's a lot of different things people say about the leg straps. far as the leg straps go, I always put them on the waist belt hook when I'm walking in. I put them up here when I'm walking in because it just keeps them. It's the only hook on the saddle where they'll actually stay, in my experience. They'll actually stay hooked up here no matter how far I walk in. So I keep them up here. And then I like to take these tag ends. So I just tuck that back through the waistband, and then I'll take my lineman's belt. I keep it attached to my saddle the whole time. I wrap it around one time and almost create like a belt, just to hold everything tight. Clip it back into my lineman's belt, lineman's loop on the other side. Tighten her up. I wrap it one time and then grab my bridge and I run it like through my bridge. And then, I don't know how I did this earlier, but I don't know, I like to tuck the tag ends in just so they're not flopping around, they make noise and stuff. Alright, got my saddle on, got it all rigged up. I take my wild edge steps, throw it over my shoulder. One thing I would like to change about this is I kind of want to put these on my backpack, but I've tried it before with the same style webbing that I have on my pack now, and it just doesn't work. So I'm thinking about trying some things. I don't really know yet what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking about it. And then I take my bino harness, throw that on, and I always throw this on over this because it's this. The wild edge steps, they always stay right by my side the whole time I'm up a tree or anything. I like to keep them right there. They're still easy to get to. It doesn't impede anything. It's just how I do it. And I can still, when I'm walking in, when I'm up the tree, whatever, the way doing this, I maintain full use of my bino straps. And I like to keep this kind of high and tight for saddle hunting, so it kind of stays out of my bridge a little ways. I've never really used one of these while I'm hunting, but I guess I'll throw it on my way in just in case. How's that look? Do I look like a professional YouTuber now? Cool. Last but not least, pack. That goes on last, always, for me. And then I pick up my bow and I'm ready to go. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this. If you made it this far, just know that there will be a part 2. I had to cut it short just because I didn't want to post like a 45-minute long video and everybody would just watch 10 minutes and click off of it. So I'm splitting it up into 2 parts. The second part, this first part, I really just covered gear and like kind of my process coming out of my truck and starting to head into the woods. And in the next video, I will be covering my process for getting from the ground to the top of a tree, to hunting height in a tree. But also don't forget, we are doing a giveaway. As soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna give one of you guys a dozen arrows, one of these hats, a t-shirt. I'm actually wearing a 25 high t-shirt, and a sticker. And I can actually show you a sticker right now. Let's see. I know you can't see it too well, but yeah. We're giving away all that 100% free. All you gotta do is click the subscribe button and then DM us on Facebook or Instagram or something. Whatever you can figure out how to DM us on, do it. And just prove you're subscribed and you'll be entered to win nearly $200 worth of stuff. But anyway, enough of that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're really looking forward to deer season as much as I am. And if you're looking into saddle hunting, I hope I've helped you at least a little bit. Maybe I've helped you figure out that what I do isn't for you. Maybe you see this video and you're like, well, I need to do something different than what he's doing. Or maybe you want to do exactly what I'm doing. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for the next one. I think we're going to post these pretty close together. So, like I say, in the next one, I'll talk you through how I get from the bottom of the tree all the way up. And I'm even including my camera gear and how I set up my camera arm, all that. So you don't want to miss it. Y'all stay tuned. Always remember to live life 25 high.